welcome to the Queen Amani Show, all the way from the Queen City. Here she is, Queen Amani.
Hello, and welcome to the Queen TV show. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you've been having a great, blessed week here in the Queen City. I can tell you the weather is just beautiful here. It's just been gorgeous. We are in winter and it feels like summer. OMG. You know, I will say no complaints for me because I love the warmer weather. Do you? What's your favorite season? You know, if I had a choice, we would only have 2 seasons here in the Queen City, and it would be summer and spring. Summer and spring. I could definitely do away with fall and winter. So yeah, but we have 4 seasons. It is what it is, but you know, it's just been really, really nice here. I would say toward Thanksgiving, it seemed like it was cooler, and all of a sudden, it's just gotten warmer. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not complaining because I love the warm weather. You know, it's great weather for a Panthers game, you know, if you're outdoors. And speaking of Panthers, let's go Panthers, let's go, okay? And let me tell you, Panthers fans in the Queen City, we have to support our Panthers, okay, no matter what. I know I've been hearing different things lately, and I don't like it. I'm going to tell you why. It doesn't matter if we had this outrageously good season last year, okay? I understand this is a new season, a new year, and we have to support our Panthers no matter what. They're still great. We love them, okay? We love our Panthers here. So Panthers, just know we love you, we're proud of you, and you Panthers fans, you make sure you cheer for them more than last year, okay? When our team is not doing like as great as we would like them to do, that's when they need your support the most. Not when they're just out there and they have this wonderful season. They need support now, and we are loyal, true Panthers fans, and we're going to support them. So go Panthers. We love you. Keep doing it. Keep doing a great thing. And I realize here at the Queen City, it's not just all about the Panthers. Okay, we have other wonderful teams here in the Queen City. That's one of the great things that make our city so fabulous. And actually, it's one of the things that I think people don't realize, that we have so many wonderful sports teams here. We have the Checkers. I almost said junior Checkers because that's the ice hockey team that our son skates for. But we have the Checkers, and I believe they play now at the Bojangles Coliseum or Bojangles Arena. If I have that correct. I have not been to the new arena there for hockey, but I'm looking forward to going. So make sure you stay tuned because you know that when I make it to an official Checkers game in the new arena, I have been to one in the past in the old arena, which used to be Time Warner Cable Stadium where they used to play. But when I go and I check out a new Checkers game, I'll be sure to let you all know here first what I think about it and what I love about it. And so we have the Knights. OMG, the Knights Stadium is beautiful. It's a state of the art. I mean, it is just wonderful. If you haven't been, make sure you go because I'm telling you, it is just a, like I said, state of the art, breathtaking stadium. It really is. And then we have the Hornets. And must I say that I am so glad that the Hornets is the Hornets now and they are no longer the Bobcats because, you know, being a Charlottean and growing up here in Charlotte and our team was the Hornets, it's just like, that's our name, you know, that's our basketball name. And I was so happy, so excited, you know, when they, changed the name back to the Hornets. I love the Hornets. So, you know, we're cheering for you all too. We know that you're in season right now, so just continue to go. And hopefully I didn't miss a sport, but I cannot not mention NASCAR because let me tell you, my house is actually like, I live very close to the NASCAR arena there. And let me tell you, I literally hear the cars when they're going around the track. It's amazing. And I've actually been to a lot of races here in Charlotte because I have some friends who have NASCAR teams, which is really neat. And so I've been able to go and watch a lot of the races, which I really enjoy. Now, I haven't been to the dirt track yet. So I know that's something it's more of a new addition, you know. I don't exactly remember when they put that in, but I'm pretty excited about that. I definitely have to make one of those races. I heard it's really, really neat, and it's just something you have to do. It's a must. So that's on my bucket list. I can't wait to go to one of those races. And again, I'm going to share it right here. This is where I share all my up-to-date and latest. So I just have to tell you, there have been some great things going on with me and my family, and you know, one of those things is our son actually recently turned 13, and I'm so excited about it. Although I will say, this birthday got me. I mean, it definitely was one of those birthdays where I really began to feel like somebody's getting old, and it's not me. But, you know, yeah, it's just something. It had me really reminiscing, just thinking about just all the great years we've had with our wonderful son. And he became an official teenager. Can you believe it? He's a teen now. Oh, my goodness. But, you know, he is such a great, wonderful son, and we're blessed that he's our son. And, you know, recently we got to celebrate with him not only his birthday, which I will say was really neat with that because he wanted a bubble soccer party, which that's like the new thing that these kids are loving, you know, and it's called bubble soccer, and you just got to check it out. It's a really neat thing to see. But we had a bubble soccer party, and also he has gotten some recent awards at school and on his sports team. So of course I have to share those with you here. Recently we went to his school to celebrate his award that he got with the National Junior Honor Society. He actually was inducted into the National Junior Honor Society, which is a really, really, really big deal. Like, I am just so excited for our son and for all the other wonderful children that was there that night to receive their awards. You know, we will show you the award here on the show, and, you know, it's just a really beautiful award, but, you know, the work that it took for them to put in to receive this award is even a bigger deal. You know, I am just so proud of our son and all the other students that got inducted into the National Junior Honor Society. It's a big deal, and I just want to tell you all that, look, we are proud of you, we are happy for you, we are excited for you, and we are just rooting you on to just continue to do the great things that you're doing in school and in your sports and also in the community, because one thing about National Junior Honor Society is that you have to do great things in the community too. It's matter of fact, that's actually a requirement that you have to do so much like community, you know, giving back and helping out. And one of the things our son does is every year, just about every year, we go to the homeless shelter, and he gives out meals to the homeless people. And not only have we given out meals, but our son has helped to actually prepare bags that have like toiletry items and different things in them for homeless people, and we give them out whenever there's a need. And so I'm really proud of our son for doing that. He has a heart to really give back, and that's one of the places that he chooses to really help, and I'm just really so proud of him. And like I said, all the other students, because everyone had different things that they were doing in the community to help in some way and just giving back. And, you know, another great thing that our son did, and they highlighted this at the National Junior Honor Society Awards night, is that he is a Boy Scout. And, you know, one thing about Scouts, you all know here that I absolutely love Boy Scouts. I cannot not love Boy Scouts. I have a Boy Scout, and my husband is a former Boy Scout. He actually went all the way up to be an Eagle Scout. So, you know, I am a Scouts mom, and I love it. But I love the things that the Boy Scouts do, like, you know, with camping, and they learn how to do like a lot of different just a lot of different things that I just feel like, you don't, well, first I feel like it's very essential to young men to learn a lot of the things that they learn in Scouts that they wouldn't necessarily learn anywhere else. So I think for me, that's probably the number one thing that I love about it. I also love that there is a team, way about it. I understand it's not a sport, but they're in a like let me get this right, their group or their troop is what they call it. And, they have to work together sometimes on different projects. And, what I love about that is that it really shows young men how to work together, and that's really important in life, period, because, like I share with you all here, even with the Queen TV show, it takes a team. It takes me working with other people to make this a reality, in everything in life. And the better you can work with people, really, the better off you are. So I love the fact that they really learn that aspect in Scouts, along with a lot of other things. Of course, there's the fundraising. Must I mention our son was the #1 Boy Scout, like, I think a year ago, and they sell the popcorn, and in his troop, he had the top sales with the popcorn and everything. So we were really proud of him with that. And like I said, I love being a Scouts mom. It's really amazing. I learn a lot of different things in it too. So, it helps me, but he's definitely been a Boy Scout. And of course, he's an athlete. He plays a lot of different sports, from ice hockey to soccer to baseball, and you name it. He plays it, golf, and I'm really excited about that. And actually, because of all the sports that our son plays, he doesn't necessarily get to do a lot of the Scouts activities like I would like, because it's kind of like we have to pick and choose what we can do, because it's just so much, and I'm sure you other parents totally understand. You have all great intent and we want our children to do everything, but sometimes we just kind of have to pick and choose what we do and when we do it. So, with that, I'm just really excited. He's been doing some great things, and those are wonderful awards that he's received. And we just recently got his certificate, and it's actually from last year, but we just got it, and it's with his attendance. And I'm really excited about that, because our son has had perfect attendance since he began school. I think with the exception of like one day, 1 year, when I don't quite even recall what was going on, but other than that one day, he's literally had perfect attendance. And last year he had perfect attendance. He got a certificate, and just really excited about that. So we want to share, that here on the show. And again, I am just a proud mom, and I know that you parents really get it here at the Queen TV show, because I know you work just as hard as I do with your children. And isn't it an amazing feeling when they, get these awards, and they get they achieve different things in sports and in school? It just feels great, and it makes you feel like, even your hard work as a parent is just, that it pays off when you can see these things, and when your child receives these different awards and certificates. It's just really a great feeling. So I want you to stay tuned. We have a lot more to come in the show. Make sure you stay tuned and hold tight. Welcome to the Queen Amani TV show, all the way in the castle in the beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. I hope that you are enjoying the Queen Amani TV show. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday from 8 to 9 on Access 21, Time Warner Cable. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great, blessed week. Thank you for staying tuned with the Queen TV show, and just, I hope that you just really enjoying this and enjoying the show today. We were talking about just sharing the up-to-dates with our son and some of the great things that he's doing, and and I just love to just really hear when people are just achieving great things. Our children, ourselves, and just our family, our friends. I just love it. I think that for me, I'm just a really good news type of person. I love to like celebrate good news, period. You know, whether it's, you know, with my child or I don't know, my family or just even my friends, I get ecstatic when I hear like good news. I don't know. I think it's a cheerleader in me. I think that's what it is. I just get really, really excited when I hear good things and good things are happening. And I think it's a great way to be because really, especially, you know, the time that we live in right now, look, if you can hear bad news all day, every day, I mean, constantly if you wanted to, all you got to do is turn on the news. And there you go, you know, and it's just like, it's constant. It's always something going on. And it's just like, you know, I don't want to hear all that negativity every single day. I want to hear some positive stuff. I want to hear about some things that, you know, people are doing that to make a difference in our world and in our community and in our city that's making it better. That's what I love to hear, you know, and to me, I just don't hear enough of it. So I really stand by that. If there's something that you want to see different in the world that we live in the community we live in, then you be that change. You know, I think that's a saying by Gandhi, I believe, if I have that correctly. And it's something like, you be the change that you want to see in the world. And I truly believe that. So for, you know, me, that's why here at the Queen TV show, it's really all about positivity. I know that, you know, there are times where I do talk about things that are challenging and things that I have to overcome and things that we work hard to get through. And yeah, sometimes that's not necessarily the most positive thing, right? But I think the whole outcome of it is, I think that sometimes, you know, life is not necessarily all positive, but it's what you make it. And I really try to just turn any situation into the good, you know, see the good in it, or, you know, look at how you can push through the adversity to better yourself. You know, I really try to really make it my goal to do that. And so that's really what I want you to take from it. You know, that even if I'm sharing something that's really challenging, like there's a TV show that I just recently taped about an incident that I went through where my mail was being mailed to my house at one point and it was being opened. And yeah, that was a pretty scary situation for me. And that was really strange and odd. And maybe, and like I said, it wasn't positive, but I think the positive thing in it is that I try my best to push through it. You know, although it bothered me, I tried my best to, you know, not let it get the best of me. You know, it's not anything, you know, some things you can, all you can do is what you can do, but you can't necessarily control the whole situation. And so you kind of just gotta like pray, and if you're a believer, and just like kind of let it go, you know. And if you're a believer, I'm a believer, you know, we feel as though we put it in God's hands and we just pray to him that he, you know, takes care of it. And so for me, I think that's what the positive thing is. Sometimes it's not what happens to you, it's how you it's how you react during that situation. And so for me, I just really try to still react in a positive way, the best I can. You know, for that particular situation, I tried to resolve it the best that I could. But by all means, you know, I can't make someone have a meeting with me. I can't make someone sit down with me, you know. That's what I wanted to do in that situation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you check out that show. You can find it on our Queen TV show page. We try to upload all of our shows that have aired on TV on our Facebook Queen TV show page. So if you missed that show, make sure you check it out and you can see all about what I'm talking about. But I'm just reflecting a little bit back on it and the positivity that I feel like I try to focus more on. And the positivity in a negative situation. That's really a good point right there. You know, the positivity in a negative situation. So yeah, for that was a negative situation that I feel like happened to me. But instead of allowing myself to be really negative with it, I feel like I did all I could, and then I tried to focus on the positive. And when I couldn't do anything else, I just had to let it go. Although letting it go doesn't mean it doesn't still bother me. You know, letting something go doesn't mean you still can't think about it. And letting it go doesn't mean you still can't even discuss it. So for me, there are times where, I may still bring it up, which I did on a show. I may still talk about it because sometimes it feels good just to talk through a situation. But at the same time, not letting it get the best of you, not letting it totally affect you where you just can't go on or whatever. You still got to just stay positive. That's all I'm saying. I'm quite sure that, you watching the show today, you may have a certain situation, that you're going through, and you might feel like it's a very negative situation, and you may feel like, you have tried to change it, or you may have done things that you wanted a better outcome, and you might feel like, man, I've done all I can. Well, then if you've done all you can, I will, suggest that you just continue to try to look at the positive in it. If there is no positivity that you can see in it, try to just move on from it. And maybe, down the road, you can reflect back on it. But just try your best to just move on from it, because when you can't control something, you just can't control it. I've had to learn that the hard way. You just can't, and you just have to go on and like I said, focus the best that you can on a positive situation. And, that's what I would tell you. I really like, our friends here at the Queen TV show to really get that, I am an everyday queen. I love everyday people who go through life just as myself, who's looking for the best outcome in life, the best outcome in situations. And, I wasn't born with a golden spoon in my mouth. I wish I had been. That would be nice, but, that just wasn't the case. And I have to work hard like everyone else to make my dreams come true and to keep my life as positive as I would love it to be. And, and that requires hard work. It's not necessarily as easy as it looks. It's tough sometimes, but I want you to realize that, I get it. I totally get it. And, and I want you to know that, although it may not be easy, staying positive, keeping positive, and pressing through it, it may not be easy, but it's the best thing that you could really ever do for yourself. And to, want a positive outcome in anything, it's going to require hard work, and it's going to require you just to continue to keep moving forward and keep doing the best you can do in certain situations. Even in the midst of all negativity, just continue to be as positive as you can be, and so that's what I really want you to take from it. And, I just love it when I hear stories that are, really, really good stories that just even remind me to just keep going, to never give up, that kind of thing. Just recently, we were blessed to go to Clemson to a game. And at that particular game, of course, my husband is he was a Clemson coach, and he had an athlete that was being inducted into the Clemson Hall of Fame, which I will say just was an amazing experience. And I am so grateful that I was able to be there and just to, witness that whole deal, because it was just really a wonderful, thing to be a part of. And so his athlete was there, and there were some other athletes that were there. I believe there were some other, there were some football players that had been in the NFL, and Clemson was inducting them into the Hall of Fame, and just a lot of different wonderful athletes at that time. And, I got to kind of hear, some of the stories that some of these athletes had went through over the course of, from the time they played at Clemson throughout, whether they went into the NFL, different ones did different things. And I just heard how it wasn't always like so positive for them. I mean, they had to really overcome a lot of negativity to get to where they were. But just to know that, on that day, they were being inducted into the Clemson Hall of Fame because they kept going, because they didn't let life get the best of them, because they didn't stop when they couldn't control a certain situation. It just made me feel like, yeah, that's the right thing to do. That's the right attitude, to just keep going, and keep giving it your best, keep giving it your all. I just love that. I love to hear it. I love to try to live my life like that the best way, even here at the Queen TV show. I tell you all a lot of times that the Queen TV show was just a dream, where one day I was just a little girl and I wanted a TV show. I always wanted one, and you would think I wanted it so bad I should have went to college for this. Although I went to college for international business, probably should have went for TV production as much as I, wanted to have a TV show. But I was blessed to be able to produce my own show, at, public access in Charlotte, which I'm so grateful for, Access 21. I really am. And, I'm so glad that not only did I stop at dreaming, but I kept going and I kept going, and until this manifested. And, I look at my TV show now. The Queen TV show is just a local show here in the Queen City, but I'm absolutely 100% grateful for it. And yes, although, I dream big and I see the Queen TV show being an international show and having some of the best guests you just couldn't believe, around the world coming on the show, I'm just so grateful for where we are now, and I'm so thankful for it. And I just want to continue to do like those athletes that, I got to meet that was inducted into the Clemson Hall of Fame that day, and to continue to keep going no matter what, no matter when life just, is just what it is, right? And I have no control over, my outside world. I want to personally just continue to go and continue to be positive and continue to be the change that I want to see in the world, continue to be a great person. Speaking of change in the world, I have to share this. So recently, I talked about how our son, he made dinners at the homeless shelter and such. And when we see homeless people, we try to, if we have, we try to give, because, I don't know what it feels like to be homeless. I really don't ever want to know what that feels like, but I have compassion for people who are there. I do. And my family does, and I'm glad that we're those kind of people. And when I see people, I want to help. And I don't know how you could not want to, but anyway, I seen this lady the other day, and she was holding up a homeless sign, and which is kind of odd, because I think sometimes, like, for the most part, a lot of people that I see, when I see them, they're men, but it was a lady, and it was just really moving, and she had a sign up, and I went in my pocket to get like $1 out, and I just like heard the Spirit of God say, no, give her more, and I did that. I followed that, and I did. And at the time when I was giving her the money, and hopefully that helped, and I'm thankful that I had that to give to her, at the same time, we both said, God bless you, like at the same time. Oh my gosh. And I felt literally like goosebumps all over me. I'm so glad that I did that and I gave, and it just was amazing. It's like we blessed each other when we said that. And I'm so thankful that I was able to help. And, and if you see someone who, you can help. Because giving is a great thing. If you have it to give, if you don't have anything to give, just give a good word. Be the positivity in their life. Give them a smile, give them a hug, because that's what makes the world go around. The positivity in each and every one of us. So you continue to be kind, you continue to be loving, because that's what we want to share, and that's what we spread more of here at the Queen TV show. And just know that we love you here at the Queen TV show. And you have a great, blessed week.